I'd like to introduce our featured speaker today, Ms. Vicki Burslem. This was a special request of our students because this is a person much beloved by faculty and students. And when you hear her bio, you'll know why. She's a certified nurse midwife who currently resides in Lexington, Kentucky, and she's on faculty at Frontier Nursing University. She earned her bachelor's degree in nursing at Vanderbilt University, subsequently completing her master's degree in midwifery education at the University of Illinois, Chicago, with a focus on maternal child health and nursing administration. Her nursing career has revolved around her three primary and driving passions: the clinical provision of full-scope nurse midwifery care, having had the privilege of participating in the care of over 2,000 women and their births; the clinical administration of practices, having functioned in the role of midwifery director, clinical practice director for large collaborative OBGYN practices. But her passion now, and I think it really burns brightly within her, is her dedication to the education of professional nurses, having served on faculty of both graduate nurse midwifery programs and undergraduate baccalaureate nursing programs. Vicki was the first nursing faculty member hired here in our program. She bravely stepped up to that task. She gave her heart and soul to help create the programs that we teach today. She was the advisor for everybody because she was the only faculty member. So many of our students worked with her as they came to matriculate into our program and got to know her so well and loved her so. She says it's truly a divine appointment when God blessed her by giving her the opportunity to be on Belhaven's faculty for the inaugural School of Nursing class. And a little secret she wanted me to let you know. She said she had to learn as much as you did as you developed these programs. So Vicki, would you come forward and address us?
Happy to. That is so true. Sometimes the Lord, good Lord, does not tell us what's ahead, because I said if there is a purgatory, it's for those developing syllabi. So I want to extend my greetings to our honored guests here, Dr. Watts, Dr. Fredericks, a hello to Dr. Parent in the distance, Reverend Starkey, to our faculty, to our special guests, and most importantly, to the graduating seniors. I really was deeply honored and delighted to be invited to speak at the pending ceremony for the inaugural graduating class, Belhaven University School of Nursing. It's a true joy to be back on campus, especially for this momentous occasion. When I look at each one of you and think back to those early months of 2014, and when you were climbing the steps to the second floor of Verby building and say, you know, how do I become a nurse? What do I do? And then I look to the transition today, the phrase, "You've come a long way, baby," really says it all. Today, as we honor this transition from student to professional nurse, I hope to emphasize some pearls of wisdom. We've talked about pearls of wisdom, haven't we, in class, that I know you've received from your family growing up, from faculty here on the stage, and also personal mentors that you have. But these are pearls that are worth repeating so that you can be as extraordinary in your career as you have been in the choice of your education at Belhaven University and as the selection of the career of nursing. Today, yet another fork in the road of life awaits you as you confront your work as a professional. Do I settle for the ordinary, living in the land of average, or do I continue to choose extraordinary and excellence? As someone who's been a nurse for longer than I care to admit, in, as Elise mentioned, clinical practice, administration, and education, I want to share three pearls that have been foundational, honestly, to my career and to those that I have worked with as a superior and under, and I hope will serve as principles to guide you in your practice. First of all, if you want to get good at something, hang around with people that are good at that thing. What this means is it's really important to find professional mentors to model yourself after, to identify areas where you need to and you want to grow in, and then latch yourself onto those folks who excel in those attributes. I promise you can't help but grow if you hang out with those type of people, and then you're going to be noticed for all the right reasons. I also want you to be in the thick of things. I want you to join committees whenever you have the opportunity. That's honestly where the lifeblood and the joy is in any organization. Be quick to volunteer at institutional events, and I want to strongly encourage you to be active in your professional organization at either the local, the state, or the national level. They want your input. Sometimes as a new graduate you think, well, what do I have to offer? I don't know anything. But that's where you grow. That's where the professional mentor's in. And again, that's where the lifeblood is. It's going to change you as a nurse, and it will change the nursing profession. So don't ignore those opportunities. Don't be a 9-to-5er. Another issue I do want you to be aware of, however, is that we do work in human organizations. It's just like a church. The problem is the humans, isn't it? It's not the organization. And every workplace is imperfect, and it has areas that need improvement. After the initial honeymoon phase of any new job, I know I've experienced this, you may be tempted to become disillusioned by the reality of the limitations and flaws that you see. Just know that you don't want to be with the one group. There's always the one group that's the negative, and they're the ones that are complaining. They're the negative Nellies and the negative Neds. They're the ones that tear down those in charge and just seem to find flaws in everything, whether it's a big problem or a small problem. But then you have the other group, and that's the group that they're not only help identify problems, but they're also active. They play an active part in finding solutions. Remember those committees that I mentioned earlier? That's why I want you to be on them. They're the ones who see the challenges as opportunities, and they're the ones that help positive change happen. Pearl number 1, be in that group. Secondly, there's some wisdom to be found in a line from a Kenny Rogers song. Know when to hold 'em and know when to fold 'em. Now, many in the audience may not be familiar with this theory. This is the Kenny Rogers theory of career satisfaction. But it alludes to making the right choices for one's career, knowing which job to accept, how long to stay, timing to seek advancement, and for many of you, it will be when will it be time to make the leap to further yourself educationally. It's so important to make personal and professional life choices based on wisdom, not fear. Out of fear of the unknown, leaving what's comfortable and familiar, some may miss out on the exciting God-orchestrated opportunities that He brings in our path when they arise. The other side of the coin, you have those that seem to always leap before they look. They jump ship when that disillusionment and those challenges at work that I mentioned, they arise and they think, I got to get out of here. This place is a bad place. Neither of those ends of the spectrum are good, and they limit opportunities if you stay too long or you jump too fast. Seek wise counsel. Count the cost. But don't be afraid to follow your heart and passion. When you're making a decision, I love the word picture, the analogy, those little snow globes. When a decision's in front of you, the snow globe's all shaken up, and all you see is the little snowflakes. But you have to let it settle and get that wisdom, because then you see the figures and the path becomes clear. Let's face it, getting up at 5 in the morning to get to work on time or working the 7P to 7A shift, it's really tough. But it's the passion for what you do and the knowledge and the belief that your work is very important. That's what makes your career meaningful through the years. I'd like to remind you of someone in our community who did just that. Our very own Dr. Barbara Johnson, who made that leap she actually commuted from Jackson, Mississippi to Atlanta, Georgia to obtain her doctorate at did I say Georgia State University already? Atlanta, Georgia. So here she made the leap. Think about this. She followed her dream. She followed her passion. She followed her calling. Look at the difference that her leap of faith made for all of us, and let's consider the impact had she not done so. Let's please give her a stand and give her a round of applause. No brag, just fact. Pearl number 2, Ecclesiastes 3:1. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven. Seek Him for understanding of the times and seasons of life. Finally, know who you are and know whose you are. And I think this has really been alluded to by the other speakers. This is my final and most important point. It's because we're made in His image, we can bring wholeness to all that we do as a nurse. It's through our words, our acts of kindness, and those are embodied in our professional care, and they're so important to our patients, almost more so than the technical expertise, just as Dr. Watts spoke of. Because of Belhaven's education, which is premised on revealing Christ in all things, you've been privileged to have the spiritual dimension of the art and science of nursing intertwined seamlessly into all that you have learned. I can attest, Dr. Watts, that has absolutely been the case. You can rest assured. The choice now, though, is yours. It's easy when you get into the professional career, any profession, to secularize and compartmentalize ourselves. Don't do that. It's important for you to incorporate holistically into your daily work and your life, and to not compartmentalize your profession. It puts a limit on Christ's wholeness in you, in your decision-making, and in everything that you do. Look for opportunities to share your faith. Some ways, it's simply by planting seeds through your character at work, through excelling as an employee, through acts of kindness to peers, to superiors, to patients, to not be part of that bad group that I was mentioning earlier, or through overt sharing of the hope that we have found in Christ, whenever He opens that door. Pearl number 3, serve out of the wholeness of who you are. So honestly, these are the pearls. These are the foundations that I've seen and that have brought great joy to me. And the ones that I see that are happy and fulfilled, this is the principles that guide their life. These are the things I've learned, these are the things I've seen, and a reflection of our hopes for you today as you join our ranks now as colleagues. I join with all who are gathered here today to honor and celebrate your accomplishment, and I send you out to serve and not be served. Thank you very much for this privilege of speaking today. You can sit down. Now it's the fun part, the student awards. Woohoo! All right, the first one. The Nightingale Award is presented in honor of the founder of modern nursing that Dr. Johnson referred to, Florence Nightingale. The recipient of this award is selected by their classmates. It's given to the student who, in their opinion, exhibits exemplary strength, integrity, dedication, and heart in the profession of nursing. This includes, but is not limited to, persistence, resilience, flexibility, level of competence, a desire to learn, and compassion for clients, families, and colleagues. The School of Nursing Nightingale Award goes to Catherine K.T. Perkins. The second award is the Spirit of Nursing Award. This is presented to the graduating senior who exemplifies strength, passion, and dedication to serving others. The recipient of this award, selected by the Dean of Nursing, is based on competence in nursing practice, perseverance against odds, and a servant heart for the profession of nursing. The Spirit of Nursing Award is presented to Jason Copeland.
I'm going to be reading the names, and as I read the names, I have a little piece that we've written about each person. And so, here we go. Casey Bane. Casey served as vice president of the student nursing organization. She has also served as a Belhaven cheerleader. Casey is being pinned this morning by her father, Mr. Louis Bane. She says that my father is very special in my life and has always encouraged me to pursue my dreams. He keeps me rooted in my faith and is always by my side. Casey plans to work at St. Dominic's Hospital in the emergency department. Megan Alex Bristow. Alex is graduating cum laude from Belhaven University. Alex served as a member of the student nurse organization, a recipient of an academic scholarship all 4 semesters, and was on the dean's list. Alex is being pinned this morning by her mother, Ms. Missy Bristow. Alex says that my mother is my greatest hero. Everything that she has done has inspired me and continues to inspire me to be the best daughter, friend, and nurse possible. All I am and all I could ever hope to be, I owe to my mother. Alex plans to work at UMC Batson Children's Hospital. Chelsea Brunson. Chelsea is graduating cum laude from Belhaven University. Chelsea served as secretary of the Student Nurse Organization, a recipient of the M&F School of Nursing Scholarship. Chelsea is being pinned this morning by her mother, Ms. Patricia Brunson. Chelsea says, my mother was my biggest inspiration and cheerleader during my time in nursing school. We've reminisced about her past experiences in nursing, as I have added my own with her 25 years of nursing experience, both clinical and administrative. I aspire to be a great nurse like her. Chelsea plans to work at UMMC or the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Michaela Carson. Michaela is being pinned this morning by her grandmother, Ms. Teresa Bradley. Michaela says, I chose my grandmother to pin me because I have always admired how determined she was to accomplish whatever it was she set her mind to. No matter what challenges arise in her life, she looks at it dead on with a smile. Being a mother at a young age, my granny has sacrificed a lot for her family, and one of those things was college. Throughout my college career, she has been my backbone and my strength when I wanted to give up. She was always there for me when I needed her, regardless of the day, time, or situation. So being that my grandmother plays a major role in my schooling and had to give up her desire of going to college to take care of her children, I want to share this day with her. Without her, I would not have made it thus far. Michaela plans to work at the University of Mississippi Medical Center in orthopedics. Jason Copeland. Jason served as the student representative to the School of Nursing Evaluations and Outcomes Committee and served as a member of the School of Nursing Accreditation Panel. Jason was most recently the recipient of the Spirit of Nursing Award. Jason is being pinned this morning by his mother, Ms. Rose Copeland. He says that she has always been my advocate, and she is always up for a last-minute road trip to watch Mississippi State play. Jason plans to work at University of Mississippi Medical Center. Dominique Jackson. Dominique is graduating cum laude from Belhaven University. Dominique served as a member of the Student Nurses Organization. Dominique is being pinned this morning by her aunt, Mrs. Sabrina Rogers. She says that my aunt has been a registered nurse for many years with careers in postpartum, public health, and management. She is caring and compassionate in the various roles that she takes on and has had a huge impact on my decision to become a nurse. She has been a supportive mentor during nursing school and always motivates me to always keep pushing forward. Dominique plans to work at the University of Mississippi Medical Center in the neonatal intensive care unit. Brittany Newman. Brittany Newman is graduating cum laude from Belhaven University. Brittany served as president and community outreach chairman for the Student Nurse Organization. She was a member of the Mississippi Association of Student Nurses and the National Student Nurse Association. Brittany is being pinned this morning by her fellow nursing student, Ms. Kaylee Wilcox. She says, "I met Kaylee the first day of nursing school, and she has been a friend, encourager, and has helped me many times throughout the past 2 years." Brittany plans to work for pediatric home care in Denver, Colorado. Catherine Taylor Perkins. Catherine served as a member of the Student Nurse Organization. KT was also selected by peers as the recipient of the Nightingale Award for Nursing. Catherine is being pinned this morning by her fiance, Mr. Tyler Parvin. She says that he was influential in my decision to attend nursing school and has been a constant support system. KT plans to work at St. Dominic's in the neurological ICU. Bethany Savoy. Bethany is being pinned this morning by her mother, Ms. Robin Savoy. She says that my mother has been the biggest influence in my life and my biggest supporter. Bethany plans to work at St. Dominic's Hospital in oncology. Bianca Sessoms. Bianca served as a member of the Student Nurse Organization. Bianca is being pinned this morning by her father, Mr. Carl Bolton. She says that nursing school has brought me closer to both my parents, but my father has been my biggest cheerleader. He has been a listening ear and an encouraging voice throughout this 2-year process. But this is no different from what he has been doing my entire life. Bianca plans to work at St. Dominic Hospital in the intensive care unit. Krista Simpson. Krista served as a member of the Student Nurse Organization. Krista is being pinned this morning by her mother, Ms. Hattie Shelton. She says that her mother inspires me to reach all my goals as well as shows hard ethics. Krista will be moving out of state upon graduation to pursue her nursing career. Kaylee Wilcox. Kaylee is graduating magna cum laude from Belhaven University. Kaylee served as treasurer for the Student Nurse Organization. She was a student representative on the Belhaven School of Nursing Accreditation panel. She served as a student representative on the Belhaven School of Nursing Curriculum Committee. She was a nursing peer major mentor and has been nominated for Who's Who Among Students in American Universities. She was a recipient of the Mississippi Nurses Foundation Scholarship. Kaylee is being pinned this morning by her father, Mr. Davis Wilcox. She says, "My dad has always been one of my biggest supporters. He has challenged me to do well academically and shown how important it is to have a strong work ethic. He has displayed the aspect of tough love on many occasions, and I am forever grateful to him for that. Dad is always the one that I can contact when I need to hear a rational view on situations, and I hope that I can one day gain this characteristic of his. My dad has played a crucial role in ensuring that I become a successful individual, and I cannot thank him enough." Kaylee will be moving to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to pursue her career in nursing. Got one more here. Jennifer Williams. Jennifer is graduating cum laude from Belhaven University. Jennifer served as president of Biology and Chemistry Club, president of Sigma Zeta, and a member of the Student Nurse Organization. Jennifer is being pinned this morning by her husband, Mr. Ryan Williams. She says that he has been with me through this entire process. He has been my motivator, and he has comforted me when I felt overwhelmed. Jennifer plans to work at UMC Batson Children's Hospital. Now let us all applaud all of our graduates. Yay!
Please join me in reciting the Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious or mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to me, my keeping, and all family affairs coming to my knowledge and the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to cooperate with other workers and professionals in this work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Students, please extinguish your flames.
This is not in the program. That's why Dr. Johnson got up. I just wanted to say that today is about our students, but we would be remiss if we also didn't recognize someone else today. So I represent the faculty with this presentation. You guys have gotten a little history of why we do our pen and why nurses receive the pen and recite this Florence Nightingale Pledge. Florence Nightingale was known as the lady with the lamp, and she's known for that because she would work tireless hours into the night, and she would carry her lamp, checking on her patients, working, through thick and thin into the late hours. And we as faculty know someone like that who works long and hard hours. So at this time, Dean Johnson, we would like to thank you for your leadership and inspiration and your commitment to excellence by presenting you with this rendering of our first pen for your office. So congratulations.
Okay, I didn't see that coming. We do want you to join us for the reception for our graduates immediately after the service, and you'll get instructions, but our student ushers will also direct you to that area. Finally, to our graduates, when you care for those that are entrusted to your care, do so with diligence, professionalism, and humility. Attend to them with respect and without being judgmental. Listen and remember that many times you will need to listen more than you need to talk. The Bible tells us that all things God works for the good of those who love him, who've been called according to his purpose. You've taken the first step and finding your purpose. Keep moving forward. One final thought that I would like to leave are from the words of this song, and I think it's appropriate for as you move out. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. When one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the chance to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some evil heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, please reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance. Congratulations, and may God bless you.